So when I do this, I want my back to be straight, almost like I'm standing at the position of attention, but I'm sitting down. So I'm not standing up, I'm sitting down, back straight, hands are on my knees, and my shoulders are gonna be going up and down. So you'll notice that when I breathe in to the point that my shoulders come all the way up. And then when I breathe out, I'm breathing all the way out. So it's almost like I'm exaggerating the position here. And then when I breathe out, it's like the opposite. I just let it all go. So when you're doing this, really focus on bringing those shoulders up, getting complete movement throughout your spine, throughout your diaphragm, throughout your lungs. And you're gonna really open up that rib cage, and then you're going to breathe out. So I'll do a couple and you can see. Again, open mouth breathing. So I've got my mouth open, and that's where the air is going in and out of. So. So for this, my back is up, I'm up straight, and I'm trying to keep relatively even exhale and inhale. So in some of the other forms of breathing that we're gonna get into on later videos, I'm going to be doing like a long exhale versus a short inhale, or vice versa. I might do a long inhale and a short exhale. But on this first technique that we're gonna go over, just as basic, what we call box breathing. So you're essentially trying to breathe in, count to 4, and you're pulling the air down into this little box here in your chest. You want to be basically pulling the breath down into this area here in your lower stomach, where your diaphragm is. So again, I'm just going to breathe all the way up, and then I'm going to let it out. So let me move back a little so you can actually see how my body is doing it all together. I'm gonna sit back a little. So I'm actually trying to pull the breath down here into the bottom of my belly button. So again, this is like super basic, very first technique. Just gonna breathe all the way in, and I'm gonna go all the way out. And I'm gonna basically be trying to match my inhale and my exhale. So relatively same duration of each. So let's just do this. Let's do this 10 times. So at your own pace, go ahead and just do this 10 times. How'd that feel? I hope that was relaxing, invigorating, rejuvenating, however you want to think about it. So that was just the first video. So on this first one, I just want you to practice this, even if this is all you do for the first week, for the first 3 days, or whatever it is. Just set aside time every day to sit for 10 minutes or so and just do this exercise. So breathe in and out as deeply as you can. When you first start, 10 minutes might actually even be a little too long. Maybe just try 5. Maybe even just try 3. Like in the beginning, it's all about consistency. So what you want to do for this one too is at the end, we're going to just allow for a little bit of a meditation. So you don't need to hold your breath. You don't need to do anything like that. Like in some of the more advanced techniques that we're going to get into. For this first one, all I want you to do is just at the end, just sit by yourself for a second, just enjoy that meditation and relax. So we're gonna go ahead and do this again. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna go for, I think about 4 minutes, and we're just gonna breathe. But what I want you to do is try to put a little bit of a pause in between your breaths. So I'm gonna breathe in. I'm gonna maybe try to count to 3 or 4. I'm gonna hold it and try to count for maybe 1 to 2 to 3. And then I'm gonna let it out. I'm gonna count to 3 or 4 on my exhale, and I'm gonna pause again before I breathe in. So it's just gonna be super calm, super nice. I'm just gonna demonstrate 1 or 2, and then we're gonna get into it. So I'm doing my breathing. I'm counting to 3 or 4 on my inhale, kind of holding it inside, counting to 1 or 2 or 3 or kind of whatever feels good. And then I'm letting it out. So I'm sitting cross-legged, hands are on my knees, and I'm able to bring my shoulders up and down. So I'm gonna end this video here, and I'm gonna do the actual exercise that we just talked about on the next one. So it's kind of its own thing. So go ahead, get some water, get yourself a place to sit comfortably for 4 or 5 minutes, and move on to the next video.